Welcome to Wiring Planner. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate many of the new features and improvements of version 1.2. The first thing I want to show you is the ground icon in the toolbar. To demonstrate that, I have a diagram open, and if I click the ground symbol in the toolbar, there's a standard ground, a chassis ground, a signal ground, digital ground, and analog ground. So I can select any one of these and place it on my diagram. And if I zoom in, you can see that the digital ground has a D. We've added a zoom feature which is very helpful if you're dealing with large diagrams. Now to zoom very rapidly, you can simply click the middle mouse button and then move the mouse forward or backward to zoom. We've improved the print dialog. If you click File, Print, now you can select a range of pages to print. This project has 18 diagrams, but I can enter individual diagrams or a range of diagrams like 8 through 10, and then only those diagrams will print. We have also added an export feature. If you click File, Export, this dialog opens showing all the diagrams in the project. You can check this box to export all the diagrams as PDF, or you can uncheck it and then select single diagrams, or press Control and multiple select just the diagrams that you want to export. We've improved the label placement when you place labels of a connector. If I click Show Label, it now places the labels to the back side of the connector, whether the connector is on the right of the black box or on the left, as in this case. For those of you who have been using Wiring Planner for some time, you understand that when you have an instance of a library component, if you update the library component, those changes propagate down to the instances in the model. That's a very powerful feature, but if you ever want, you can now lock the project by right-clicking on it and select Lock. Once it's locked, any changes made to the library will not affect the project. We've added 3 new navigation hotkeys. The first one lets you navigate from the diagram to the model. So if I select this navcom and then I press Control M for model, it immediately highlights that navcom in the tree. And if I have this selected and I press Alternate T for type, then it takes me to the library component that defines this model element. Likewise, if I select something in my model, like the EXP5000, and I press Alternate D for diagram, then it takes me to the diagram that shows that component. So the 3 are Alt-M to jump from the diagram to the model, Alt-D to jump from the model to the diagram, and Alt-T to jump from the diagram or the model to the type component in the library. We've added the ability to overlay a label onto a conductor as shown here. Some people like to have the label above the conductor, but others prefer to have it on the conductor. And by clicking the Fill tool and adding a white background, you can blank out the wire in the background to make it easier to read. It's always been possible for you to change a wire or a conductor or a cable to a different line type, but now we provide the ability for you to do the same thing for a black box or a connector. Simply select it and then select the line type pull down in the toolbar. We've added the feature that when you update a project or a library to a new version of Wiring Planner, Wiring Planner will automatically create a backup of the project before it does the update. We've improved the search bar And that is a really nice tool because if I'm building a model and I want, for example, an EXP 5000, I can type in a part of that name and it will show where it's being used in a project or in a library. And if I double click on the search result, it will jump me directly to the component in the library. And we've made it easy to disconnect and reconnect conductors. If I want to disconnect this conductor from pin 22, I just need to press Shift and then click and drag. And if I want to reconnect it, click the end of the conductor and drag it to the conductor attach point or to the contact. It's really easy to annotate lengths on a diagram using the new measurement tool. Click the measurement tool on the toolbar and then click the first point and drag before you release the mouse button. When you release the mouse button, it shows a length. And if you select this measurement line, here in the Properties panel, you can see the length and you can change this to whatever length you need. So 24 inches, for example, you can change the units. You can also place the measurement tool at an angle if you need to annotate something at an angle. And when you place the measurement line, you can use the control key to constrain it to 15-degree angle increments. We're really excited to release version 1.2 and look forward to hearing of the great things that you're able to accomplish with Wiring Planner. Please check out the other videos and tutorials on our YouTube channel.